What's up, my dear friends of the world? Paul the Trombonist here. So, quick backstory if you're new here. I've been doing this music thing for a long time, a couple decades at this point. Actually, more than that, maybe like 3 decades. I've toured, recorded, made a bunch of content online, and somehow built one of actually the biggest jazz trombone communities on the internet. I've been featured in places like Forbes, and I've been lucky enough to work with some of the greatest musicians in this time period. And the crazy thing is, none of it was planned, and I didn't have anything behind me to make this happen. I didn't have anyone promoting me other than myself. It was just me in my little apartments back in the day, making videos, teaching what I knew, trying to help people get better. And eventually that grew into this business that I created where I help other musicians to take their area of expertise and to put themselves in a nice situation where they can increase their earnings, get their students better results, and get their time back so they can focus on the projects that they're most passionate about. And that's really one of the coolest parts of all of this, of my whole journey online, is to see that transformation in other musicians because I love musicians. I've spent my whole life around musicians. I care about musicians. And that's why I'm on this mission. And I used to be that guy, teaching one-on-one lessons, going from private school, grinding, freelancing, doing gig to gig. And I felt like I was capped. Like, I love music, I love teaching, but I was exhausted. And I remember thinking there's got to be a better way, a way to help more people and to still have a life, that I desire. So I started experimenting, started moving things online, not to get rich or anything, just to create more space, more flexibility, more sanity. And the craziest part is students started to get better results online and they're improving faster, they were staying more consistent, and they're actually finishing things. And I realized, oh, it wasn't me holding the back, it was this old model. So private lessons are cool and all, and I love them, but there's a ceiling. And once I saw what was possible online, I never looked back. So fast forward to now, I've helped hundreds of musicians, professors, freelancers, school teachers, choir directors build their own online programs that give them more time, more freedom, and more earnings and way more impact. So here's the good news. If you can teach privately, you can do this. If you work at a school or institution, you can do this. You don't need a big following. You don't need to quit your job. You don't need to be super techy. You don't need to have a fancy studio. You already have what you need. We just need to package what you're already doing a little bit differently. So today I want to show you very simply how to transition from offline to online. And if you're already doing online, how to do it in a different model that may be more efficient for you. And how to do it in a way that feels natural and has low risk. Cool? All right, let's go. So the easiest way to think about this, imagine we're all on a flight from Los Angeles to New York. Same plane, same pilot, same destination. But some people are in economy, some people are in business, some people are first class. Now, first class doesn't arrive sooner, right? They just get a more elevated experience on the journey. And that's exactly what we're talking about here. You don't have to stop teaching private lessons or quit your job. You don't have to shut down anything. You're just opening up a first class cabin for people who want more support, more structure, more accountability, more access. Some people will always choose economy. That's just the way the world works. And that's great. And it's fine. And we need economy. However, there's always a small group of folks who want that premium journey. And that is your group. And that's what I want to show you how to build. And when I built these online coaching programs, in my area of expertise where I would teach students, it was the fastest win for everyone, the students and for yourself as the business owner. And that's, how we've really reached where we have as a brand. It's how we've impacted many, many musicians and generated millions of dollars at this point. So let's talk about how you can actively build something like this, because people overcomplicate the heck out of this. So you already know how to take a student from point A to point B. You've been doing it for years. All we're doing is taking that process out of your head and putting it on paper or digitally, and that's your roadmap. So here's the quick version. Step one, what's the transformation? Like, what's the outcome you're helping someone get? It could be, I help intermediate sax players learn to improvise confidently. Done. Step two, how do you actually do that with someone privately? So think about what you do privately and just brain dump it. Don't know perfection, just write out everything. And then step three, you look at your notes and you group them into what I like to call phases, okay? So like maybe phase one's foundation, phase two's technique, phase three's application, phase four's mastery, whatever makes sense for you. And boom, there you have your stages. Now you don't have to be married to these. You can refine these over time and they can get better and better, okay? So then the next step, step four, inside those stages, ask, how do we know they're ready for the next stage? And that gives you the milestones. And step 5, give them the exercises they need to hit those milestones. And that's it. And that is the roadmap, okay? Nothing fancy, nothing academic. It's just you being intentional, taking what you've already been explaining from student to student, putting it into a process where it can be replicable, where a random student can go through it and understand the steps. So you don't have to repeat yourself like you do in one-on-one lessons. So then you have your roadmap. And then this way your teaching becomes way more powerful because now you have clarity on your methods because you put them through a system. And when you have clarity, your students have clarity. So when you have clarity, your students have clarity, okay? Now, once the roadmap is there, all we do is just build the container around it. So here's the simplest way. We do a couple calls with our students each week. That's it. Maybe one call is technique and fundamentals. Another one is application Q&A. Maybe one class is for beginners. The other one is for intermediate and advanced people that are going through the roadmap. And maybe another call is all about exercises or warm-ups. However you want to design it, okay? And then students follow the roadmap. They come to the group calls. You tell them what they need to do. Oh, you need to do this. Go through this phase. Go through this. And I'll see you in the next one. Post it in the community. Then you have the community. And in the community, they can ask questions. The other students provide feedback. And they have accountability because of that. And then they have structure. And that alone puts them miles ahead than they ever would be in a private lesson. Because a lot of the times private lessons, they don't see the journey of where they're headed. They just... Well, a lot of times as an educator, we just kind of improvise on these one-on-one lessons, as I'm sure you understand that, and you've been in that situation both as a student and as a mentor. And this way, you can record the lessons all the time, can upload them, you can put them into a library that becomes a database for more students that go through it and over, and then when people join your programs, they have a hive mind of information that they can never have anywhere else. And you can batch your feedback. Instead of saying the same thing 10 times in a private lesson, you could say it once, put it into categories, everyone benefits, nobody asks that question again, right? Way more efficient. And honestly, it's a lot more fun. So you get a group of motivated people together and you watch them push each other and you encourage them and everyone grows together. It's amazing, okay? So that's it. So if you would like help with this, we have a couple ways we can help you. We got a free class. I'll put it in the description. You can also book a call with our team. And we can help you with like a clarity call, discovery call. We can help you get some clarity. I'll put that too in the description. And there's nothing to sell on that call. We won't sell anything. And if it makes sense, we'll let you know options. It's just a way for you to get clarity, and they're open right now. If the link is in the description, one of those discovery sessions is available. And it's just a totally complimentary service we do, because what happens is music educators find out what we have to offer. We build rapport with musicians, and when they're ready to move forward on something like this, a percentage of them want to work more closely with others with mentorship. And also a lot of musicians that do one of these discovery sessions, they spread the word about our company. So it's a complete win-win. It's like another form of advertising that we do. Okay? And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, subscribe to this channel, leave a comment down below, and let me know what area of expertise you teach, because I'm really interested to know what you guys are all teaching, because I can share some examples from some of my winning clients. Because we have some of the best case studies in the world for musicians. We've helped musicians build 6- and 7-figure online education businesses. We were one of the pioneers of all of this. And if you comment what your area of expertise is, I can maybe tailor some more of these videos based on what our audience is watching and get you some information. All right, it's Paul the Trombonist. Appreciate you. Take care. Bye-bye.